Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips leaders and entrepreneurs to achieve their greatest potential. This show is sponsored by Current Leadership Coaching, and they help entrepreneurs excel as leaders so they can create super teams. Find out more about them at currentleadershipcoaching.com. Hey, hope you're doing great today. And we're going to pick up right where we left off yesterday with the topic of motivating your virtual team. Yesterday, we talked about the secret of motivating your virtual team, and we mentioned how important it is to know what personalities each of your virtual team members are in order for you to be able to motivate them accordingly. Personality plays a big role in motivating your people. And it's important to understand that similar personalities are not all motivated by the same thing. When working virtually, understanding what each personality needs to be as comfortable as possible is a great start to motivating them. Today, I want to get a little bit more in depth on how you can motivate each personality by ensuring they are in their ideal work environment. So, as I mentioned yesterday, there are lots of personality assessments out there, and I happen to use the DISC assessment, D-I-S-C, and I've grown to love this throughout my career. You could do similar things with many other personality assessments as long as you can identify the person's primary personality. If you're interested in purchasing a DISC assessment, just go to currentleadershipcoaching.com for more information. Okay, let's talk about the 4 primary styles in the DISC and what environment makes them most comfortable. We'll start with the D, because the D personality is your driver and your dominant worker. They love to have control and they focus on results. Being in a virtual environment may be okay for a D style if they can see results and have some control. However, your Ds may begin to get a little frustrated whenever they can't see the daily results, and if they see the team is kind of doing their own thing and not focusing on moving the needle, so to speak, towards achievement. I would recommend stroking your D's ego by having separate productivity video calls with the team. The focus of this call should be productivity and results focused alone. Nothing else. Now, these don't have to be long calls because actually the longer the call, the more ticked off your Ds are going to get. Another thing that would satisfy them is if you can add some kind of online spreadsheet that everyone can access and update their daily progress. That would really speak the D's language. However, keep in mind the D's don't want to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what the results are. So keep it simple so they can look it over quickly and identify the good from the bad. Color coding and percentages work extremely well for Ds because they can quickly evaluate the progress or lack thereof. Anything that slows a D personality down will agitate them. So streamline meetings and video calls as best as possible. Okay, let's talk about your I personalities. These are your outgoing social talkers, and they want to socialize a lot. They also love the spotlight and being the center of attention. Working virtually for your high I personalities is challenging because they crave the socialization part of work. They need to be around people, to talk to people, to have coffee and lunch and breaks with people. And they basically can't stand being isolated for any period of time, especially long periods of time. With that said, the best environment that you can create for your I personalities is to have a few fun virtual meetups each week. Have virtual lunches or a couple virtual breaks a day so they can just talk and see other team members. And of course, make this optional because that's the last thing your Ds and your Cs want to have is just a virtual break that has no agenda. Additionally, you will never disappoint a high I personality by calling them daily or having a video call with them one-on-one where they can talk. With all the technology there is today, this can be very easy to make happen. One app that I really enjoy is Marco Polo, as it allows virtual and isolated groups to send quick video messages to everyone on your phone. I literally use this app every day to stay close with friends that I have all over the U.S. And even though I only see these people a couple times a year, I feel like I see them every day. Just remember, isolation is extremely difficult for your high I personalities. So be sure to do whatever you can to make them feel less isolated. And whatever you do, don't ever forget to invite an I personality to a meetup, whether it's in person or virtually, because if they're excluded, man, that will crush their spirit. So make the virtual environment fun and exciting for your I personalities. Keep it interactive as best as you can in any way that you can. And allow them to come up with some virtual social events. Allow them to use their creativity. Hey, I'm going to stop right there today because this is going a little bit long, and I'll finish up tomorrow with the S and the C personalities. As always, I appreciate you for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Until tomorrow, run to your challenges.